Hello, financial fans. Today I will talk a little bit about stocks and about becoming wealthy, becoming rich. How does one become rich in the world today? One of the things to focus on might be books, and I'll tell you why. But first, I'll mention if you can become president of the United States. I would guess that this applies also to other positions of leadership in various countries, but we'll look at a couple of presidents, several presidents, probably about four presidents here. Donald Trump, before becoming president, had a net worth that was estimated to be $3 billion. After being president, Donald Trump had a net worth of $2.3 billion. He lost $700 million in office. Barack Obama, before becoming president, had a net worth valued at $1.3 million, and this is from the internet, so these numbers could be completely messed up, but Barack Obama had a net worth of $1.3 million before becoming president, and $70 million after leaving office. What is book? The word book. How does anyone become famous dealing with books, selling books or whatever? Well, we look next at George W. Bush. Had about $20 million in net worth before becoming president, and $40 million after being president. That he and Barack Obama made money with speaking fees. Barack Obama also by writing and selling a book. And Bill and Hillary Clinton had a net worth estimated at $1.3 million when that was before he entered the office of the presidency, and after that, after leaving office, he had a net worth of $241 million, and that's from books and speaking fees, writing, selling books, and speaking fees. George W. Bush had an oil company that he started up. HKN was the company. Anyway, that brought in a few dollars, and he also had speaking fees, and he invested in the sports team, the Texas Rangers, when it started, and he made a lot of money on that, buying and selling an interest in a sports team, which also I happened to be in Gene Autry's office. A lot of people won't remember Gene Autry. He was a movie star, TV star, radio star. He had gold records. He had lots of hit records. He has 5 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and I used to go to his office to visit with Cliffy Stone, a friend of mine who worked there, who was in charge of Gene Autry's music. Gene Autry was also a publisher. He also was a songwriter. Anyway, Gene Autry was the only person I really could say that I knew who was on the Forbes 400 list of wealthiest people. He had a value of net worth 300 some million back in the 1990s. And he also invested in a sports team. He owned the California Angels at one time. So that's a way to become famous, investing in sports. If you're a big sports fan and you know about sports, you might want to invest in a team. Books have been good for quite a few people. If you write a book and it's successful and sells a lot of copies, you can get royalties that are in the millions, and sometimes they will pay you in advance before you write the book, depending on who you are. And TV producers, Oprah, over $1 billion in value. Steven Spielberg, $3.1 billion in value. George Lucas, $5.6 billion in value, so produced some movies that are hits. And a fellow named Jeff Bezos started out selling books. He started Amazon, and he's now worth $200 billion. fellow named Jerry Seinfeld, who had a popular TV show. He was the producer of the TV show, the writer of the TV show, the star of the TV show. He had a partner, and Jerry Seinfeld was worth, or is worth now, an estimated $800 million. His partner, Larry David, is worth $900 million. So starting up a successful TV show is one way to do it. But I'll tell you about boards of directors. Almost every person who's in the Forbes 400 is on a board of directors. The board of directors of a company. Now the companies have programs, plans that they try to get equity appreciation. Equity incentive plans is what it's called, equity incentive plans. And the board of directors meets maybe 4 times a year, maybe more often if there are special meetings. And if you're on a board of directors, if you can become a prominent citizen and you get on a board of directors, you get something called stock options. Now, I would never encourage anyone to buy a stock option, although a lot of people do it and a lot of people get very wealthy with it. But a stock option, if you're on a board of directors, you don't pay anything for it. It's voted for you, and you'll get, for example, maybe you'll get 100,000 options, stock options. And that is an option to buy the stock of the company that you're on the board of directors working to make the company make more money. You vote for the board of directors, different members, to get a certain number of stock options, an option to buy the stock of the company at today's price. And that's perfectly legal. By the way, all these ways of getting wealthy, whether you're a president, whether you're a sports team owner, whatever, these are all legal, legitimate. These are ways people make money. And if you get stock options for free, it doesn't cost the board anything, and you can buy today at today's price. You can buy this stock, whatever it is, and we'll vote for you to get 100,000 stock options, and the stock options will not expire for 2 years. So you wait a year, and your stock has gone up in value by say $10 a share, and you have 100,000 stock options. So you buy the stock at the price it was 1 year ago, and then you sell it at today's price. You make 10%, you're making $1 million, and you're getting paid money that did not really ever exist as employment money. But the reason I'm mentioning these things, if you get into stocks, there are things you can do, especially if you get on a board of directors. And buying and selling stocks, you buy low, you sell high. You can get rich just buying and selling stocks. But you can get richer by being on a board of directors, by being a producer of a TV show and being on the board of directors of the company that's producing the TV show. And anyway, what I'm telling you is pursue whatever you are good at and do it perhaps with sight. You probably know what baseball, if you're a sports fan, you might know what baseball bat is the one that's coming out in a month or so, and that's going to be a big success. Or maybe you know about a new catcher's mitt, or maybe you know about some basketball shoes or something. When you invest, think of yourself as an expert and invest in the things you know. And with that in mind, I'll let you ponder what I talked about here. And happy investing, get rich. There's nothing wrong with being wealthy. You can do a lot of good with money. You can do tremendously good things. You're probably already doing good things, but you can do more good things if you have the expenses paid as you go along. So I thank you very much for watching.